Eden, let's cancel the wedding after all.
Huh? What's wrong all of a sudden?
I'll call the wedding hall and cancel it. Eden, call your relatives, friends, and acquaintances.
Wait a minute, Gabriel. Suddenly canceling the wedding? I don't understand.
I'm in love with someone else.
What?
That's why I'm calling off our engagement.
Wait, you're not making any sense. What happened while I was away on business?
I think it was right after you left on your business trip. I was on my way home from work, and this really beautiful woman started talking to me. We went out for a drink together. We hooked up that day.
What are you talking about? You mean you've been cheating on me?
It's your fault. It was right before the wedding, and you left your fiancé alone for a week to go on a business trip.
I'm sorry about that, Gabriel. It couldn't be helped this time around. A colleague suddenly got sick. I had to go instead.
Well, anyway, we're canceling the ceremony. You don't have to rush back.
I can't believe it. Who is she?
Someone you know very well.
What? Who?
Your sister.
What?
You really had me fooled, didn't you? I didn't know you had a sister.
That's because...
When I went to your parents' house to ask them for permission to marry you, they made it sound like you were their only child. Why did they hide the fact that you have an older sister? Maybe because she's beautiful? Did they want to keep me and your sister from getting together?
It's true that I had a sister.
Finally, you admit it.
But the person you're having an affair with is not my sister.
Oh, come on. You're still lying to me? She said she's your sister. You even have the same last name.
Oh, what's going on?
I heard your sister inherited the whole estate.
Huh?
So I'm marrying your sister and I don't need you.
What?
Think about it. If you're sisters, I'd rather have the beautiful one who's good at everything rather than the unattractive, simple one who really can't do much.
You're terrible.
She told me who you really are. You've been putting up an act in front of me.
What do you mean?
I heard you're really bad at housework. Ever since you came to live with me, you've been cooking and cleaning every day. But your room at your parents' house is a mess. You couldn't even cook a fried egg until recently. You pretended to be a woman who likes to keep clean and can cook. But in fact, you're the opposite.
What are you talking about?
I was going to marry you because I thought you'd make a good homemaker. But when I heard what she said, I lost interest.
She's lying. My room is not a mess. I've been helping my mother cook since I was a kid, so I think I'm as good as anyone.
I wonder. Well, either way, she's 1,000,000 times prettier than you, and she's a better cook. I don't need you anymore.
Oh, I can't believe this.
To be honest, the main reason I proposed to you is because your father is the boss. If I married you, I wouldn't have to worry about money in the future. And if all went well, I could be the next president of the company.
I can't believe you thought that.
But if it's the same boss's daughter, your sister with her nice face and style is a better deal. I'm so lucky, aren't I? If it had been after I married you, I would have had to go through divorce proceedings and all that. I'm glad we're still just engaged. If your father dies, I'll be a rich man now.
You know, that girl really isn't my sister.
Why are you so stubborn and won't admit it? You're so upset that your sister took your fiancé?
Well, I don't condone cheating. You were never meant to meet my sister.
Shut up. How long are you going to keep lying to me? You and your parents are horrible.
Huh?
I heard your family treats your sister like she never existed. I don't know what's going on with your family. Don't you feel sorry for your sister? She wasn't even invited to her little sister's wedding.
No, that's not what it is.
Then what is it then? What you guys are doing is bullying.
But don't you think it's funny?
What?
If she was my sister and we were treating her like that, she wouldn't get any inheritance.
You just don't know. Your dad was going to give it to her to keep her quiet.
There's no way he would do something like that.
I wouldn't trust a family that would do something to a family member like that. Even my parents got angry when they found out about this.
Your parents?
They said, we thought she was a good girl and trusted her. My mother and my father were both very disappointed. That's because the woman who is going to marry into the family lied to them.
Okay, I'll tell you the truth.
So you're finally ready to admit it.
My sister passed away 3 years ago.
Huh? What the heck is that? That's not even funny.
Just listen. My sister was fine until she collapsed at work. She was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. By the time my parents and I got there, she had passed away.
Oh, is that so?
My sister had been very protective of me since I was a child. I loved her very much. It was hard for me to accept the reality. I couldn't stop crying just talking about her. I knew I had to tell you that I had a sister. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I should have told you sooner.
So?
What?
You just made that up, didn't you?
It's true, believe me.
You just won't give up, will you? Just because I found out about your sister? You're really rotten, pretending she's already dead. Your sister's more beautiful than you, and I don't need you if I'm sure I'm going to get the inheritance.
Oh, come on now. You used to be so kind and considerate. Why?
I was nice to you because you were the boss's daughter. But if all of your father's wealth is going to your sister, I don't see any merit in being with you.
Oh, this is just too much. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk about what we're going to do.
I have nothing more to say to you. Don't contact me again.
Wait a minute. Hey, listen to me. Gabriel, what's going on? Where are you now? Pick up the phone.
Shut up. I told you not to call me anymore.
I came back to the apartment and all the furniture and appliances were gone.
Oh yeah, that. I had the movers move it out today.
Move?
Yeah, that's right. I'm moving in with your sister. I'm taking everything to my new place.
What's that all about? You never said anything to me about it.
I told you I'm calling off the engagement.
You were serious?
Of course I was.
Wait a minute. The closet is empty too. Don't tell me you took my clothes and bags to your new house too.
Oh, I sold your stuff to the second-hand store.
Huh?
You didn't use them, so what's wrong with it?
Don't be silly. Give them back now.
I can't give them back because I already sold them.
I can't believe you'd sell someone's stuff without asking. I had a memento of my sister's in there.
It was disappointing. I thought it would be worth 50 grand, but it only turned out to be $20,000.
That stuff was so precious to me. You're terrible.
You're the one who's terrible. You tricked me, so don't play the victim.
I told you that's not true.
You're a scammer. I'll take the money as compensation. It's not really enough to be called compensation, though.
I thought if I told you, you'd understand.
Who's going to believe your story? Your sister is with me now. You're the one who tried to pretend she was dead.
Enough. I understand that you called off the engagement, but I paid for half of the wedding, so I want my money back.
I don't think so.
Oh, give me a break. Even the appliances and furniture you took. I bought those.
So what? It's your fault for lying to me in the first place. It's only right that you give me all the appliances and furniture, isn't it? The money from selling your stuff is my compensation. I'll take the wedding money as a gift.
What on earth are you talking about? I told you the truth. This has gone too far.
You can keep playing the victim like that. Oh yeah, by the way, you need to hurry up and get out of the house as well.
What?
The lease on that house expires this month.
Huh? Why are you so selfish?
It's in my name. I moved out, so it's only natural to terminate the contract.
What am I supposed to do? The end of the month is less than a week away. You can't just ask me to move out.
1 week is more than enough time. I took care of most of your stuff.
You can't do this without consulting me. I haven't even found a new place yet.
Well, why don't you just go back to your parents' place? Or stay in a bed and breakfast? I'm going to bed. I'm going to the marriage registry office first thing in the morning.
What? You're getting married already?
Well, I've only known her for a week. I thought it was too soon too. She's been pushing me to get married right away. I'm afraid she'll run away if I don't hurry. So I thought I'd get the paperwork done.
Unbelievable.
Well, give up on me and find a new boyfriend. Goodbye then. Eden, pick up the phone, please.
You're being a real pest. I'm on the train right now. I can't talk to you. I mean, I don't want to hear your voice anymore, so don't call me.
Then you can text me. Please, just listen to me.
What?
I looked at her family register and your name wasn't on it.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Why isn't your name on there? You're sisters, aren't you?
Now that you know we're not sisters, you must have been in a hurry to call me, huh?
Ugh.
I mean, you usually notice that when you register a marriage, right? Didn't you ask to see her family register?
She didn't show it to me. I didn't think there was any reason for her not to show it to me. I didn't really think much about it at the time.
Oh my God. And you just figured it out now?
I found a brown envelope in a drawer. I opened it and found a copy of the family register.
I wonder if she forgot to throw it away?
Maybe.
Now you know I'm not lying.
But why did she go to the trouble of calling herself your sister? She seemed to know a lot about you. Who on earth is she?
Shall I take a guess?
Huh?
Luna Meadowcroft.
What? You knew her?
Yeah, we were kind of friends, but I only recently found out it was Luna who was dating you. You never mentioned her name, so I didn't know.
Damn. This wouldn't have happened if you had told me your sister's name in the first place.
You're right. If I checked her name in the first place, none of this might have happened. But I was too shocked that you broke off the engagement to think that far ahead. And you never asked me for my sister's name.
You're useless. Then how did you know it was Luna?
When I had to tell people that the wedding was canceled, I called a friend from school and she told me. She's also a friend of Luna's.
And?
I heard that Luna said, I can't let that woman be happy. I'm going to take him away from her, or something like that.
Did you do something that would make her hate you?
It sounds like she resented me one way or the other. She was my best friend in college, and we were great friends at first. But when I confessed my feelings to a guy in her circle that she had a crush on, he turned her down because he liked me. After that, she stopped talking to me. I didn't keep in touch with her at all.
So I just got caught up in your mess.
It's been almost 10 years since I graduated from college. I never thought she'd still hold a grudge against me. And to name my late sister of all people, Well, I'm sure she thought it would be easy to get you if she told you that she inherited a fortune.
By the way, what are Luna's parents doing?
What?
Luna herself has never had a proper job. She's only working part-time. I'm wondering if she's going to receive any kind of inheritance. For example, her dad's the president of a company, or they own a lot of land or something.
I think they're just an ordinary middle-class family living in company housing. I don't know all the details.
So you're saying not to expect any inheritance?
Maybe.
We've already registered the marriage. What are you going to do about it?
Don't ask me. You were the one who trusted her over my word.
That really sucks.
You did this to yourself.
Listen, Eden, I'm divorcing her right now, so why don't you get back together with me after all?
Huh? What are you talking about now? You said marrying me wouldn't benefit you.
That's because I thought your father's fortune would go to your sister. But your sister's long gone. When your father dies, you'll get his inheritance, right?
I see. So you were proposing to me for the money.
No. I'm saying let's start over because I like you. You're a good cook. You're not that pretty, but you are charming.
How can you say that when you made fun of me so much?
Oh, come on, Eden. I'm begging you.
I'm suing you.
Huh?
We were engaged, but you cheated on me. It's a given.
Wait a minute. I'm the victim who got caught up in your mess.
I explained everything to you. You didn't believe me, so here we are. I've already talked to a lawyer. I'm going to charge you both $20,000 each in compensation.
20,000? You've got to be kidding me. I'm never going to pay you.
I'm willing to go to court. And since I paid for half of the wedding expenses, you'll have to pay me back that amount. And also for the damages for taking my personal belongings.
Come on, you're asking too much. Like I said before, I'm the victim here.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just the perpetrator.
Huh?
I filed a damage report too.
Huh? What did I do?
You stole my stuff and sold it, didn't you?
I told you that was a consolation prize. You hid the fact that you had a sister and tried to marry me.
It wasn't my fault. And I told you that my sister was dead and that she wasn't the one who was having an affair with you.
Wait a minute. I admit that I was wrong about everything. So don't sue me or file a damage report or anything, seriously.
There's nothing I can do.
And I'm sorry I made fun of you. I called you ugly, but I didn't mean it. I mean, it's cuter to have a little flaw than to be a perfect beauty. Luna, let's let bygones be bygones and start all over again, shall we? Let's plan the wedding all over again. Can we pick the same place for the wedding as we did for the one we canceled? Okay, as soon as we decide on that, we'll have to contact the person in charge.
What are you going on about?
What?
I have no intention of doing it all over again with you.
I already said I'm sorry.
If apologizing was enough, there would be no need for the police.
Huh?
I'm not going to forgive you no matter how much you apologize. I want you to live with your sins for the rest of your life.
Oh, really? Then that's enough. I'm bowing down to you like this, but there's nothing good about you. I won't go back to you even if you ask me to.
Don't worry about that, and don't count on your parents.
What do you mean?
I know you're probably thinking of getting your parents to pay the compensation on your behalf. Your parents won't pay a penny. That's the plan.
What the hell?
I went to your parents yesterday to explain to them about what happened. They apologized for taking their son's word for it and said they were really sorry.
What did you say to my parents?
I told them that you cheated on me, that you were rude to me, that you stole things from me, and I told them everything without holding back.
No way you didn't.
What makes you think that?
Because if that were true, I'd be hearing from my dad and the others right now. But the fact that they haven't called or anything, my parents don't know anything yet.
I asked them to pretend that they didn't know until I told you.
What?
Well then, please take care of the fees. Also, I think you'll be charged for the cancellation of the wedding. So including my compensation, I think it'll come to be over $100,000. Do what you need to do to pay it.
I was gonna ask my parents. There's no way I can pay $100,000 by myself. Is there any way to come down a bit?
Absolutely not. I'm sure you'll hear from the lawyer tomorrow or so.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. Just forgive me. We were just recently engaged, you know?
Goodbye.
Wait a minute. Don't abandon me.
Later, Gabriel was apprehended for theft and fined. He was also fired from his job because of his criminal record. He still had to pay me compensation and damages. He asked his parents for help, but they refused. He ended up going deep into debt. I also demanded $20,000 in compensation from Luna. She was just a part-time worker and couldn't afford $20,000. Her parents put up the money for her. They were furious about the incident. I told them that I would make sure that the debt was paid back. Gabriel has since sued Luna for marriage fraud, and the two are in a big dispute. He has been working several part-time jobs to pay his debts and legal fees. I'm sure that my sister is in heaven, watching this whole mess with dismay. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment near my parents' house and started living alone. I have recently started seeing a man I met through work in my private time. I haven't thought about the future yet. My work is going well, and I would like to enjoy my current free life for a while.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.